And that is why we know that Muhammad is a false prophet, because he encouraged killing. He beheaded 700 Jews. He married a 6-year-old, had sex with a 9-year-old, and he encouraged sex slavery. He himself had a sex slave, my friend. He had a Jewish sex slave who he raped after killing her husband. So that is why we know that Muhammad is not a real prophet, my friend. He married his adopted son's wife. He committed adultery, and he said that I am allowed because I am a prophet. And because I am a prophet, I am allowed to have more than 9 wives. You are only allowed to have 4 wives, but me, because I'm a prophet, I can have 9 wives. What is that? That's not a true prophet, my friend. The Bible says that you will know a true prophet by his fruits. You just have to examine his life, examine his actions, and then you will determine, is he really a true prophet?
I spoke with every word, I found explanations, I go to the other class for information.
Yeah, so if you read the Quran in context, we will come to the same conclusion that yes you will, because even in the Hadith, it explains what the Quran means. When the Quran says that you're allowed to have sex with your wives and those who your right hand possesses, your sex slaves, the Hadith explains the context that the soldiers of Muhammad wanted to have sex with the sex slaves, but they were afraid because they didn't want to get them pregnant, because they wanted to sell them. And Muhammad said, you are allowed to have sex with your sex slaves. So the Hadith confirms what the Quran means. The Hadith explains what the Quran means. And the Hadith says the same thing as the Quran, to kill the apostates, to kill the unbelievers. Muhammad himself says that Allah has commanded me to bring terror to people and to kill them for the sake of Allah. I don't have the exact verse in the Hadith, but in the Quran, it's Surah chapter 9, verse 5 and verse 28 and 29. It says, kill the polytheists and fight the people of the book until they pay the jizya. And Surah chapter 4 says that you are allowed to have sex with your wives and your sex slaves. Yeah, Surah chapter 4, Surah chapter 9, there are at least 3-4 chapters that talk about Muhammad encouraging Muslims to have sex with sex slaves.